So I have a piece that I composed, and I'll talk a little bit about the process. First step is I wanted to actually compose a piece, and I wanted to do it in a relatively short period of time. That's important because otherwise, like, I'd still work on it 6 months from now. So I wanted to get done fairly quickly in like 2 or 3 days, and I wanted it to be for the intermediate level guitarist. So what I did first was I just improvised on the guitar, and then I came across this sort of basic idea which I liked. And so what I did is I just brainstormed on that. Just kind of improvise it, try in different settings. And then finally I came up with this little bass line to go along with it. It's a descending bass line A, goes down to G, down to F, and then down to E. So that bass line appears throughout most of the piece. So once you have the basic idea, it was just a lot of brainstorming, a lot of improvising, and then I'd write down ideas that I liked, or more often with this piece, is I just recorded them on my phone and then emailed them to myself. So the piece took about 3 days to write, probably a total of 6 hours over that time period. So I hope you enjoy it. It begins right here. So the first 2 measures, you're going to start off with 3 and 1, and then it goes to 1 and 2. So that first finger acts as a guide finger from here to there. Now with the right hand, I'm just going slowly. So what I'm doing is I'm just alternating thumb with the middle finger. And that is the right hand for all of the fast sections in this piece. So after that measure, you're going to go here. And then 1 and 2. And in that pattern, the right hand pattern stays the same as I do this little descending line. So you've got... Alright, so it starts off softly, and if you see where it says crush, that stands for crescendo, which means to get loud. So by the time I get to measure 4, I'm doing full volume, and I really, when I get to measure 6, try and hit that note as hard as I can, and I add a vibrato. And then measure 7, we begin a section in 6/8 time. So 6/8 time is compound meter, which means that the big beat divides into 3 equal parts. So 6/8 time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with the big beat on 1 and 4. Often I'll count it 1 E, 2 E, So slowly it goes. Measure 10. And then it repeats with a slight change. And here's that change. So measure 12, you're going to slide from that 3rd fret to the 5th fret. So again, measure 13. All right, then we're going to play those chords that we played in the opening section. You've got this. I will often roll that. So measure 15 goes, pinky goes to 7th. So again, 1 and 2. Goes down to 2nd fret. Now those notes on the first string I will often accent by using rest stroke. So if I take a look at measure 16, you've got this. Measure 19. Little slide up. Measure 23 is just a repeat of what we did earlier. So measure 31, we have this fast section come back, so that right hand pattern that I used in the very first section, I'll do that here. So it's 3 and 1. And similar to what I did in that first section, I'll crescendo. So I will start off softly, and by the time I reach the point where we just ended, I'll try and be as loud as possible. And I really hit this open 5 as hard as I can. So we ended up down here. Now we're going to go up here. So 4, 1. Now we're going to go second. The first finger acts as a guide finger. You do this. This slides down. And then 1 and 2 slide down. Third finger. And then it repeats again, so we have this. So all of that is just a repeat of what we just did until you get to measure 46. When we have this, often I will strum that. Measure 47, 48, this is a free section. So I write in freely. What I mean by that is just take it as fast or as slow as you want to go. So it's just, so all hammer-ons and pull-offs. So that measure again. All right, then we have the main idea come back again. So just repeat. So that all repeats until we get to measure 57. So from here on to the end, you're going to play it slower and quieter. So you have the 1 and 3. We're going to slide 8 up to 10. 1 and 2. Slide up. And then back up to here. Now 8 up to 12. And it ends like this.